Welcome, everybody.
This is the most ghetto shit ever.
This is,
I set up to a show with you because you said you're a radio guy.
Yeah, and none of my
input's
input's connected.
Just set this desktop microphone up on this desk and turn on the Facebook Live. Like, I could have done that with anybody.
Sorry. Yeah, the shit got fucked up because it was all like...
This computer that you built doesn't work.
No. Tomorrow I'm gonna see an explosion, a mushroom cloud over fucking Enterprise, over Blue Diamond, because the shit was just like, go fuck yourself.
Anyway.
So how are you doing?
That fucking delivery thing fucked us up. We have a mixing board if they didn't. They wouldn't send it till April.
Yeah, I know, because like I don't know. It's just nothing seems to be working. I'm like, what do you mean? You don't have a plane to fly in a package or a car? Just drive it on over there and.
No, the people aren't working. That's the gig.
Fucking
That's what I think.
Lazy sons of bitches. You go to work every day.
This is Amazon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was reading some stories about it. People were working and not working. Yeah, we need it. People are just staring at our heads.
You've got beautiful heads. Right.
Yeah. See this? Now they're staring at the ceiling. Dude, I am glad that you don't get high. I said, because you would be in bad shape.
Well, people are seeing us. Christopher Rawls likes my video. Thank you, Christopher.
All right. See this whatever. This is some ghetto shit.
That's over here on the big screen.
Yeah, but that's on your page.
All right. Actually, here.
It's my fault for not having a tripod or something. There you go. That's better. There, that's better.
Yo.
All right.
Anyways, so you're busting your ass. You're doing the real work and cranking it out at night, making the paycheck.
Yeah, most people are getting laid off, but I'm still working.
I got laid off. They were like, "Hey, man, we're shutting you down," and I'm like, "What do you mean? We got refrigerators." And like,
refrigerators.
Well, no, that was our.
Everybody's eating canned goods now.
Yeah.
It's the podcast, bro.
You know what happened? Last Friday, everyone came in. They were like, "I need a freezer," because
it's gonna freeze that meat.
Yeah, and they're like, because I have a big family gathering going on.
Family
gathering.
gathering.
Yeah, that's what people were telling me. I'm like, family gathering, and they're like, yeah, and
we're about to kill our least favorite relative.
And then one guy said,
"We need a freezer."
Yeah, no, one guy said to me,
he's about 6'2".
And he's like, yeah, by the way, it's a family celebration. And you know what? I need it right now.
Right.
Like right now.
Right now.
Oh, yeah.
No, but that's what I mean.
Yeah, like...
It's the apocalypse, so they want the freezer so they can...
But they're coming up with bullshit stories. Just be like, yo, it's the COVID. I don't want to be COVIDed out of fucking frozen food, so just hook me up. And I'm like, I can't sell you what's off the floor. No, I'll drop cash. And my manager's like, do it. Take the freaking money.
Yeah.
Yeah, take the money. So that was it.
I was going to say, it's like, you're stupid if you didn't sell it.
No, I sold the hell out of that.
You should have known that he was going to close.
Yeah, well, no, that was it. So we were like...
You gotta cash in while you can.
We're essential. That's what we kept saying to ourselves. We're essential because we have refrigerators. Yeah. And the cops came to the store in North Vegas and were like, you're not freaking essential.
Right.
You're selling a leather sofa and love seat. That's not essential. So we tried to stay in business.
What about other places that do, though, as well, like Lowe's or something?
They're shut down, too. I think they're doing curbside pickup for certain things, but you're talking about coming in, looking at an item, measuring it, sending a team out to some individual's home to deliver it.
See, these are things I would never do.
Yeah. Go to a random person's home and drop off the fridge, hope they're not...
I'm gonna be like, I want to buy a refrigerator, but I gotta go and, like, measure it. make sure it fits.
Yeah. You know, and then people are all like, fucking, and I gotta go to your house and hope you're not COVIDed. And
that's why I'm laughing at these people. All these people ordering their groceries online now. Like I don't want to go to the store. Can I just have the the virus delivered to my house.
Yeah, right? Some assholes coughing in your groceries.
Right. Via DoorDash, or whatever.
They're licking your fruit. They're just licking the apples and the oranges, putting them back in there.
Right.
Just like,
Here's your groceries. Sorry.
You better peel that first.
I'm just saying. It's like, it's crazy.
That was like
me and Ty were talking about it when I did his podcast yesterday, I think. And it's like everybody's supposed to stay 6 feet away from each other, but as soon as the door opens at the grocery store, everybody runs to the toilet paper aisle, and they're all packed in there like a test tube.
yeah.
You're like, you guys are not 6 feet apart.
Did you see the news with Trump, doing, addressing the reporters? And all of the reporters...
The truth is, I can't stand to even listen to him talk for even 10 seconds anymore. I swear to God. His Twitter's enough.
Yeah.
I read his Twitter, and that's enough exposure to Donald Trump that I need.
Well, they have it set up like a checkerboard, so each of the guys was sitting 6 feet apart from each other, and they're like, it's like, wouldn't it be nice one day if you guys were nice to me and I could let you come back in?
He said that?
Yeah. Wouldn't that be nice? One day,
what's funny is
if you guys are nice to me.
how he thinks that he's funny. I mean, he probably thinks that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Like that's so clever.
Yeah, and then he goes...
like his little nicknames he gives people.
Yeah, I know.
Like some high school kid.
But that's enough, though, isn't it? That's enough to get, these days, to get... You know who wants to be the president of The Rock? Dwayne Johnson.
They said that he would... that he could win.
Yeah. All he would have to do is
they did have Governor of the Body.
Yeah.
Governor of the Body Ventura.
He could come in and rock bottom, whoever's running against him, do the people's eyebrow.
I forgot that you're a big wrestling guy. See, I never watched wrestling. I did when I was a kid. When I figured out that it was fake, I was like, well, this is fucking stupid.
I was arguing with people that it's not that fake, and then we went to one match, and they were trying to punch. One girl was trying to punch another, and she was like,
Well, I saw a thing, too, how
There's lots of
how they
videos.
they'll carry little razor blades. That's how they get the little cuts.
Well, there's this guy, John Moxley, and...
It's totally fake.
And he, the idea was he was busted open. He was punched really hard. So he cut himself, but he wasn't bleeding. So you see him in the middle of the ring go...
No,
and they start the blood, and he's like, here we go. And I'm watching this, and I'm like, could the camera not have panned away?
It's like Ed Wood wrestling. Everything's terrible. Cut, print, perfect.
I saw one match where
where
you heard the director calling it, and they didn't pan the camera away, so the guy's going, okay, cut! And then the guys hug each other, and the camera goes, wait! And they went to commercial. Oh, man. But there's a lot of wrestlers around here.
I lived in Florida. That's where they're, based. I worked at this Longhorn Steakhouse, and Randy Savage used to come in there all the time and have a steak.
Someone's complaining about the ceiling fan.
Oh. Yeah, sorry. I wish I had a tripod or something. I need to buy one of them little tripods, I guess. And see if we can just set it up on the table.
I had one and I fucking lost it.
But this is not the setup.
No,
this is some. Like I said, this is some ghetto shit. This is like a public access show.
Well, that's what everyone's show looks like right now. Everyone looks like this is like ham radio operators with a webcam.
Thank you for joining us for Masterpiece Theater.
Oh my god. What
are you doing?
Oh no, I want to see. All right. So Alan W. Johnson, Brian Driscoll.
I told you people would watch.
Oh yeah. This is good. You know the problem is I got a lot of East Coast people. They're asleep right now. It's like 12 in the morning. But
right. Well, that's why I was saying we could record the thing and then upload it later, audio, and people could listen. But you don't have your shit together, so. Guy said he's a radio producer.
Ian is watching. Oh shit, that's pressure right now.
Who? Oh,
Ian Rainier.
What's up, Ian?
I should drop him a 20
We
spot.
do miss you, man.
I should
It's
drop
weird
you in
not
a
seeing
20
everybody.
spot.
I was saying on my page earlier. It's like it made me realize just how much I had cut myself off from the world.
They asked us if either of us had a version of the Aristocrats.
I don't, but I'll make one.
And that is fucking the dog.
Right.
That was a great. I don't know where the hell he came up with that.
It's a joke. He explains it in the movie.
Yeah,
It's a stock joke, basically, that everyone can tell, but you can tell your own version.
yeah.
So everybody has their own version.
But he's finally hitting the wall. He's gotten old.
But I never. Who?
Gilbert Gottfried.
Oh, well, yeah, he's been around forever.
Jeez.
He was in Beverly Hills Cop, for Christ's sake.
He was getting old when he was in Family Guy like 15 years ago.
Well, that's what I mean. He's been around forever.
Who is your favorite comedian? Besides yourself.
Besides myself. I would never say myself. What kind of douchebag is like, oh, obviously me?
You know people who think they are the best, though.
Because they're fucking stupid. No, who's my favorite comedian?
Yeah.
That's a difficult question because probably George Carlin.
Yeah.
But if you ask me, who made me do comedy, it's Bill Hicks. When I heard Bill Hicks, the first time I heard Bill Hicks, I was like, it just struck me. You know what I mean? Like that's something I want to do. Listen to him standing up there telling everybody to fuck themselves.
For me.
It's fucking great. And I was like, that inspired. I have listened to Carlin and watched all of his specials. And
Yeah,
shit.
same.
But I guess that he was so good that you're just you can't see yourself doing that. You know what
That's
I mean?
another
He's
level.
so polished and
And he's insightful.
His writing's on such another level. And plus he had his own audience, so he was allowed to basically have carte blanche and say whatever he wanted about anything. People wanted to hear his opinion on whatever, Where the average comic is like Bill, you could tell a lot of this, if you listen to everything that they ever recorded, there's sometimes when the audiences don't like him. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I've never seen Carlin, when they go, oh, these people don't like you. They love him. They're giving him applause breaks every 10 seconds, Bill was kind of antagonistic with the audience sometimes. And you're like, I don't know, just his whole style was it made me go, well, I need to try this, I want to do this.
But you always joke to me that.
But I was always writing anyway before. I was in a band and I was writing all these songs and I never wrote songs that were just I love some girl or something.
Yeah.
I was like Zach De La Rocha or something. You know what I mean? I was an angry dude. So Bill's basically just an angry comic. He's bitching about the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it struck something in me.
For me,
So I would
was
have to
St.
say,
Innocent.
that's what I'm saying. George is my favorite, but Bill is most a big influence on me.
George Carlin was the first guy, but the one that stuck out in my head was Sam Kinison.
I liked Sam Kinison, but he didn't it wasn't oh, I want to do what he's doing. You know what I mean?
To me, he's electric. The way he talks to people gets right in
Well, he
people's
yells and
faces.
screams.
I love all of that.
all that obnoxious shit.
No, but
Being an obnoxious East Coaster yourself.
Yeah, but then by that logic, I would want Andrew Dice Clay.
People are talking to us, but we're
Yes.
not reading what they're saying. What did he say?
You need to shave your beard for coronavirus awareness. Yes, there we
I
go.
thought it was no shave.
Say it! Say it!
I'm in this group that they invited me to as no shave until the quarantine's over. So
Speaking of Angry and Zach De La Roca, I was supposed to see him on Thursday.
Oh, yeah, the Rage shows got canceled. I didn't even think about that. That fucking sucks. I did. Yeah, you wait 20 years, but they're going to finally get back together. That's what happened to me. I had tickets to see them and the Beastie Boys. And Mike D fell off his bike and broke his arm, and they postponed the tour. And then while it was postponed, fucking Rage broke up. So that tour never happened. And like, that was the first time. That was to be the first time I was seeing both of them. And I never got to see either one of them.
Was that supposed to be the Prophets of Rage?
No, it's the Beastie Boys and Rage.
Oh, yeah.
This is like 20 years ago.
Oh, yeah,
25 years ago. When Rage broke up. But I said, I've never seen the Beastie Boys. I've never seen Rage. And they were going to tour together. So I was like, I'm fucking going to that. And knock two birds out with one stone, you know.
They're saying Andrew Dice Clay was all right. He was good, but man, the screaming and also the topic that
Clay, I like Clay, but he's like a character, you know.
Yeah.
There's different kinds of comics too. Like I said, like that, like Dice Clay is a character that he, you know. I don't think he's like that if you're hanging around his house.
No, probably
you know
not.
What I mean, like he's super amped up.
He was on the Howard Stern show, and they had this gimmick that this guy Benji Brock was gonna fuck with him and do gay shit to him, and he turns around and tries to beat the shit out of him, like right there. So he does.
You ever heard that album where he's like, the whole album is him bombing?
Yeah.
At the end, he gets in a fight with some dude.
Yeah.
I never know if that's real or not, but it's a brilliant concept.
The first time I heard it, I gotta be honest, I didn't get it. I'm like, he's bombing.
Yeah, he's bombing.
It's funny.
Hard.
But he's bombing. Like, the audience is just dead. Like, they're not.
Yeah.
Hey, go over there and fuck your wife. Fuck. And I'm like, listen to this. I'm like, all right.
I like when they ask him to do the poem.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck you. Fuck them poems. It's like if you went to see, you know, Guns N' Roses every night, you just ask them to play, you know, like Sweet Child of Mine over and over.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do new shit here.
Do Paradise City.
I'm digging it. Yeah.
We want to play Chinese democracy. Fuck that shit.
It's true, but that's the trap of becoming famous like that. You can get stuck into a hole where they want you to do the same shit. That's what happened to Chappelle.
Well, that was also when you talk about bands. Linkin Park, he did some new album and it was like almost softcore rock, and they were like, "Fuck that shit," you know. Play your own shit.
Play your other shitty music.
And he's like, "What the fuck? Am I supposed to play Hybrid Theory for 40 years? You fucks!" And they were like, "Oh." And Mike Shinoda got on there. Was like, "No, everything's good. I'm about to break."
But that's what'll happen.
Yeah.
Well, not now that guy's dead, but that's what would have happened to them. They would have had to do like Hybrid Theory 20th anniversary tour.
Yeah. Hybrid Theory 20th anniversary tour.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the thing about getting famous like that. Not a lot of people can sustain it. That's the thing that makes George Carlin amazing, is that he was able to sustain the same level of success like throughout his life. He signed that deal with HBO and that was it. He was like, "We'll put out an HBO special every fucking year for 18 years straight." Who can say they did that?
I saw him in 2001 at Mandalay Bay. Not Mandalay Bay. MGM.
Right.
A month before 9/11, and he goes, "I'm doing this bit for HBO, so we're gonna practice it on you, and then we're gonna tape it for HBO." And then he ended up taping it like 2 days after 9/11, so he tweaked it a little bit for 9/11. But that was a great show. But my question is, would Sam Kinison have still been good had he lived, or would he have just been gimmicked?
Well, Sam actually had achieved. I mean, he was starting to be in movies and shit. So I mean, he would have probably been around. Yeah. And, I mean, and he was funny. And
Back to School. That was like that's famous. Yeah. Famous.
Well, Rodney helped a lot of comics.
Yeah, but
Rodney helped Dice Clay too.
Yeah, he gave him his start.
They were on he put him on that young comedian special that he.
Yeah, that was great. And watching Rodney Dangerfield on the Tonight Show was
Rodney, same thing. like that. He's a professional of the highest level. You know what I mean? It's like he had all them one-liners in the bag, thousands of them. You know.
Sam wasn't made to last, unfortunately. He was gonna wipe himself out with drugs.
No, you know the saddest thing about that is that he actually got sober.
Yeah.
And then some drunk person hit him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he was actually starting to get his life together. But
I think the last thing I ever saw
think he is one of those people that you're like, the story is just so tragic and out of the ordinary that like he is one of those people. It's like a shooting star thing, you know. Like there are people like that. I mean, like, oh, there he is, and he's burning so bright, you know. Like you know, Hedberg was kind of like that too.
Yeah, but Hedberg didn't have the like freaking watching Kinnison call up a guy's girlfriend in the middle of the show. That was just innovative.
Has their own style, and if you're a great comedian, then and you have your own style, that's like not like anybody else. You know, that's what everyone should be trying to achieve. In my opinion, is, you know, that's why I always say, like, you see these guys and there's not that many of them around here, but you see these guys and they're like a caricature of what they think a comedian should be. You know what I mean? As opposed to, like, this guy's just naturally doing something.
Leroy's saying Artie Lang.
Right, Artie, same thing. Drugs.
Yeah, dude snorted his fucking face off. That was
that's a little too much for me. Like,
I just snort my face off.
I won't lie. I lived in Florida for 10 years. We did a lot of cocaine, but never was just like did some cocaine. My nose just collapsed and be like, you know what? I think I need another bump.
Yeah. Let me do another fucking bump of coke.
Right. It's like. I don't understand that level of commitment to anything.
But, like, you thought he would have been on lockdown and got himself better when he tried to kill himself with stabbing himself 10 years ago. And then to go, you know, deeper off. I don't know.
Man, I've known a lot of people who, I mean, it's sad to say. It's dark.
He wants to keep himself like that.
I know a lot of people who committed suicide and a lot of people who died like tragic deaths.
But he wants to stay. He wants to stick with the flat noise.
Like, oh, fucking, it's only death. Everybody died.
There's another virus coming out too on the back of this one.
What?
It's called a hantavirus. It's coming from China again, and I'm not making it up. There's another virus that's spreading. People are saying it's not as bad. But
what?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Somebody was infected with another virus similar to coronavirus.
What is this, like the thing in Ohio where all the animals got out? Like somebody released all the viruses in China? Like, is that the deal?
I don't know, but fucking.
I haven't heard of this.
There's, you know, I posted a a meme. You know, the one with the black dude in the yellow jacket, you know, just rubbing his hands, and I wrote, alien lands, Chinese people, I wonder what it tastes like. And someone wrote, that's horrible. Chinese people have to deal with that stereotype all the time. The next day, somebody posted a video about the Wuhan food market, and they had cats, dogs, bats on a stick.
Dude, there's 1 billion people.
Yeah.
They can eat whatever they get their fucking hands on.
Fucking chopped up python, like, literally, like, shit.
They don't eat anything.
And I'm like...
You never been to Asia?
No, I'm not.
I've never been there, but I mean, I've seen it.
Well, it sounds like Florida was almost as bad. The way
Just a lot of cocaine and horrors in Florida. Meth.
So
a lot of meth.
All right, so how's that different from here? You just Boulder Highway?
I don't roll around in this scene. So, yeah. And I was much younger then.
Pandemic 2, Pork Flu's Revenge.
I'm not into stuff like that as much now that I'm older. You know, like, I don't know.
I just drank. That was my thing. I never did.
I went through all these phases. Like when I was young, I didn't drink because it would make me sick. I'd puke. And then I'm like, I don't like it. So I just smoked weed all the time.
I don't puke. I don't puke from
Then
from
I started
drinking.
drinking. When I moved to Florida, I started drinking a little more. And then I started doing cocaine. And then you do cocaine, then you really can drink.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
So now I was drinking a lot. But then I stopped doing cocaine.
I just pictured you dressed up as Rick James.
And I moved home, but then I was a comedian. And then when all that stuff went down and I stopped being a comedian, I went back to working in bars and music. And so I was drinking. I was drinking all the time.
Palomino says you do like cocaine, you're still not funny.
I should have Palomino had to get on at home just to fucking say something. He hasn't got to give me shit for fucking a week now.
Right now, he's probably standing out in the front of his house, waiting to just like block anyone from getting in the front door.
But I'm saying. So then I went back to the bar business.
Yeah.
And then I just drank a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot. Like I always be doing something a lot. And then, but that's what I mean. That now that I'm older, I don't really do anything a lot.
But you never already langed your nose off.
No, I backed off everything.
But you never did heroin.
No.
Right.
Now when I do things, it's like, oh, it's a celebration. You know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not a lifestyle.
Right. Right.
It used to be a lifestyle. You know, you're like, I got to get some. You know.
My advice.
If you couldn't score and you'd be all mad. You know.
My advices are booze and Tropicana.
Tropicana.
Trop in Arville.
Oh, Jesus.
Nice.
Right, whores.
Yeah, I mean.
What are you going to do now? You ain't making no money to buy whores?
I'm waiting for my government assistance check from Trump.
That's what's weird is to me, this town doesn't seem that much different than any other town that I've been in. Like, I haven't seen anything really crazy that I was like, oh my God, I've never seen that anywhere else.
The only thing I'll say about here, like...
I mean, I'm sure that there's places that people could take me and I go, okay, now...
This is what I've noticed is different.
Like, I haven't been to the Green Door.
No. We'll have to talk to Waldeck.
I'm sure there's a place like that in Tampa.
Right.
I'm sure there is. You know what I mean? If you look hard enough, you'll find it.
But not advertised. The one thing about Vegas is
open with it.
Yeah, Vegas is a small city, so you're going to see a celebrity walking. You'll see that easily, unless you're in like this perfect area of Manhattan at the perfect time of day. Otherwise, you're going to get lost in a sea of half a freaking million people. But in Vegas, everyone's crammed right on top of each other. It's almost impossible not to run into somebody eventually. And stuff like the Green Door, it's like, all right, here it is. New York would be like, all right, you got to go around this back corner, okay, bro?
Right.
And then
it's in the alley behind the dumpster.
Yeah.
And then you have to know the secret knock.
And tip the guy 20, right. Get in, and then you fuck some whores. You know, it's like, oh, okay. Here, it's just like, oh, it's right there.
Right.
It's right over there. Just,
It's literally a Green Door. I drove by it.
Yeah, and it's like...
It's like, oh.
You know what the weird thing is? It's right next to...
It doesn't look like anything.
It's like, right next to a gospel recording studio and a gay gym. I forgot what the name is of that gym, but it's like a gym for just like homosexual people.
Yeah.
And I was just like... And then right next to that, a Latin bar. And at one time, all of these people were getting out at the same time. And it was just the freaking... The gay dudes were getting out, the freaking Mexican dudes were getting out, the gospel people were getting out, and the couples who had been fucking all night were getting out, and they were just...
That's cool.
It was wonderful.
That's what it's called, melting pot.
Yeah! I was in there with popcorn, like, this is free. I didn't even have to pay the cover. Jesus, this is great.
I don't know. I said I haven't... Besides the fact that there's shows going on all the time and you can see something all the time, which is that makes it different than other towns. But the actual stuff, like, I haven't seen anything that crazy to be like, this can only happen here.
No, I saw somebody invited me. I only go to the strip if someone's going to invite me or if I'm going to go to one of the shows, like one of the comedy shows. But somebody invited me to see Chris Angel.
You went?
Yeah, because somebody paid for my ticket. What a waste of fucking $30. Holy
really?
Crap.
It's only $30?
Whatever
I
the fuck.
It'd be way more than that.
That's all it was worth at most.
It was worth.
First of all...
You didn't get mind freaked.
Yeah, no, I didn't get mind freaked. I got wallet freaked. No, like I said, so he paid, and the guy's from Long Island, so he's got this heavy Long Island accent, and he goes, "Hi, welcome to my show. You're gonna get your mind freaked. It's gonna be quite an experience." I'm like, holy shit! He's put me to sleep. The only cool thing he did was he disappeared from the stage, and then he was sitting 2 seats away from me, and I was like, all right, that was pretty cool because he did it super fast. I was like, all right, that was cool. The rest of it was you look at the stage, and you could see all of the trapdoors on the stage, and then the smoke machine kicked in, and they were like trying to waft it in. They're like, oh shit, they can see the trapdoors.
That's what Garland said one night. It was hilarious. He's like, fucking David. He's like David Copperfield, like supposed to be like some kind of sorcerer or something. It's like, why doesn't he just magically appear at work? It takes away the illusion when he drives up in a Prius.
Well, someone was asking, so other than gambling and horrors, what's there to do in Vegas? Not much. Go hiking and...
No, there's lots of things to do. I just haven't done them. I mean, really, like, all I've done since I've came here is comedy and work. Like, that's all I've done. And when I didn't have a job, all I did was do comedy. Like, I went to every thing I could.
I know the two of us, you're good at the comedy. So now...
right.
You're good at the comedy.
That's why I'm good at it, I guess.
No, I worked in radio and I got out here and...
fucking time in.
Yeah. The fucking places are just like... Like the radio group I worked with was called Cumulus.
Oh, Jesus.
And they're out of business. They're like nationwide. They're gone. So
they're not gone. It's got absorbed probably. By
but you couldn't
Clear Channel or something.
Right, but that's the point. Like, and so what they do is like, you ever notice every major city has a Hot 97, and you'll hear every time you go into a major city, you'll hear, well, Funkmaster Flex is going to be here on Friday or Saturday. He's going to make an appearance. It's the same format. A lot of stations just simulcast John Tesh. There was a station in New York City, WPLJ, became a Christian.
Yeah, there are no like program directors or anything.
No, it's all crunched. It's all crunched out.
It's all satellite feeds.
Right.
They're feeding you like it's just like when you go shopping at the grocery store. Like you're listening to the grocery. They have their own network.
There's going to be in the future just one K-Rock, one comp.
But I'm saying that network is playing in all the stores.
Yeah.
They have their own advertisements and everything.
I work in retail sales at a freaking cons, and that music. If I hear, if I could grant you one wish, I wish you.
Dude, there's some songs that are fucking weird. That when you hear them, you're like, what the fuck? Like, you ever heard that? There's a really old song. It's called "If I Could Fly." He's like, if I could fly, I'd lift you up.
Oh God, that one! I went into the night.
But if you listen to the song in the beginning, he's like, she's just 16 years old. You're like, what the fuck, dude?
You know what's best?
He's like, I'll lift you up and show you love like you've never seen. It's like, well, she's fucking 16. How much love do you think she's seen, dude? It's fucking terrible.
That song was famous twice too. They brought it back.
There's another song where the guy's like, if I was invisible.
Oh, if I was
invisible, I could just watch you in your room. You're like, that's fucking stalking. Like you're one step away from rape at this point.
Are you a claymate?
Like, what the fuck?
Clay Aiken.
They're just weird. Like
What's weird is that he ran for Congress. And
nobody notices this shit. Nobody's like, hey man, that's a little creepy.
She's just 16 years old.
16.
And the video, there's a music video for it where he's trying to climb into a room.
Kiss has an old song called Christine 16. Like, this is the point. Like, you couldn't make these songs now.
And then remember
in the middle of the song, it's one of them songs where in the middle of the song he talks.
Yeah.
So, like, the song is called Christine 16. That's the chorus. Like, Christine 16. And then, like, in the middle, it stops. And Gene Simmons starts talking, and he's like, That day I saw you coming out of school that day. That day I knew I got the hammer. And they're like, what the fuck, dude? Are you really trolling high school parking lots with fucking chicks?
Yeah, I guess he was.
Yes, I mean, like...
Girls Gone Wild.
Right. It was a different world, man.
Well, not even. That was like, what, 30
world.
years ago. That's not so far gone. It's like...
No, but I'm saying the world was different.
Yeah.
You couldn't say that now. And now if you play that now, you go, that sounds kind of fucking creepy. You know, like...
Yeah, get him that song next to Bill Cosby and Harvey Weinstein.
I wouldn't say that, but...
Yeah, if they wrote a song about fucking 16s and 17s, she's only 17.
I would hate to. Well, yeah, that's a Winger.
Winger.
Yeah, she's only 17.
Yeah. But the music video was a bunch of 17-year-old girls getting practically groped up by the damn band. It was just like...
Yeah, he's too busy flipping his hair.
Yeah.
And not ever touching the bass that's hanging off of his neck for some reason. You ever notice that? He never plays the bass. Like, he's the bass player of the band. The bass is hanging there. But if you watch those videos, he's like... He's like flipping his hair and shit. You're like, dude, he's not even playing the fucking thing.
Yeah, that's the same thing as the Kiss when they got rid of the goth freaking dark shit. And they took off the makeup and
lick it up.
Yeah, no, not even lick it up. What was the other one? Is like
that album was terrible.
The Tears Are Falling, and the whole thing.
Tears Are Falling.
And they're literally the whole music video is them doing somersaults and jumping over each other, and they're just it has nothing to do with the lyrics at all.
It's like old movies. You watch old movies sometimes. You're like, you ever watch? I think it's Rocky 3.
Yeah.
The one where Apollo trains him.
Yeah.
And they're like, there's a scene where they're running on the beach.
Yeah.
And they both got no shirt on and they're all rippled and glistening.
Oh, yeah, oiled up.
And it's all slow motion.
Hearts on fire.
You don't think about it when the movie first came out, but now you watch it, you're like, this is kind of
homoerotic. Yeah. Hey, man.
It's like the director or some gay guy's like, oh, we need to shoot this again. Dude, that was good, but let's do it again. Take 262.
Hey, let's do the book adaptation. What was the book adaptation?
Also, it's not just the running, but at the end, they're jumping up and down and hugging each other. Oh yeah. And it's all in slow motion. You're like, this is fucking strange. VHS sales spiked that year. Right. Or you see racist shit that you couldn't see in a movie. You remember Superman, the original Superman?
Yeah.
There's the part when he goes into the phone booth and he changes from his suit into Superman. He comes out and there's this pimped out black guy standing there, and he's like, "Oh, nice outfit" or something. And then he takes off and he goes, "Oh," they're like, dude, it's so racist.
You know how recent that was? Did you ever see Police Academy?
Yeah.
Police Academy. There's a scene where they're doing the stunt driving. And they go to Hightower, we don't want to, and they call him the N-word. So in the edit on TNT now, they say, "You frickin' nincompoop." And I'm like...
Nincompoop is a word. It's just to say it is funny.
But, so he calls him a nincompoop, and then there's a scene where Hightower rolls his car over. Right. But I'm like... Wow, that nincompoop got him so angry that he flipped a police cruiser. What does that word really mean? That's why you gotta love watching freaking Clint Eastwood movies now, because he don't give a shit. He doesn't care what year it is. He'll say everywhere. He'll be like, look at this.
He's Clint Eastwood just became a grumpy old man. Who makes movies?
The mule is the best. Because the mule, he sees a black couple on the side of the highway, and he's like, "Wow, I've never got the opportunity to help some fine young Negroes like yourself." And you're like, "Whoa, what did I say?"
Well, a lot of his characters lately have been like that, like the old curmudgeon.
Oh yeah, Gran Torino.
Yeah, but Gran Torino is good because he learns.
He learns, but the funny thing is watching the audience. When I saw that movie, I was in the theater, and there were a lot of kids in there, and they were laughing their ass off when he was saying zipperhead and all this shit. And and they're laughing because they probably never heard it before, so for them, he's making shit off the cuff. But no, these are old racist words.
Right,
I think
these words.
I don't know.
Everybody has a grandfather.
But if you're like 15 or 14 years old and you're watching it, you've never heard it.
I'm at the age now.
Yeah, you and I.
I'm old enough that, I've probably seen a lot.
My grandfather was in the freaking old war. I mean, of course, he knew all these. But yeah, if you're like.
That's what I mean. Like, my grandfather was in World War II.
Yeah, so. Same. Yeah. But if you're.
And I knew a lot of guys that were in Vietnam. So
if your parents were in like fucking Grenada fighting in '83, and he starts saying all these old timey '40s racist words, you're gonna be like, what else?
It's like if you ever got and looked up like 1920s slang.
Yeah,
like it's so fucking funny. Like, the way people used to talk.
Yeah.
So I always say, like, when exactly did guys stop calling
Billy
each other?
DeVore, you don't give a fuck who's watching. Yeah, well, who's Billy?
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
Yeah, Cincinnati.
Hey, hi.
It's nice to see you, Billy. Seriously, I miss some of those guys.
I went back. I went to.
I want to go back and do a show.
I want to do that, and I want to take a week and hit up places in New York again. I tried.
He's like, finally.
Finally!
He's probably been saying that,
Jesus!
Right, saying all kinds of shit.
Yeah. Scroll back, you stupid motherfucker.
It was like people were talking to us, but we're not paying
Scroll
attention.
back, it says, that takes work.
I missed the chili, that's for sure, Billy. They ain't got no chili out here.
What about Rolling Smoke?
No, it's barbecue.
Oh,
Talking about Cincinnati chili dogs.
Oh.
Conies.
Oh, shoot.
Three-way spaghetti. It's good, man.
The best hot dogs they had were...
It's one of those things that people either love it or they hate it.
What?
They're like, this is so good, or they're like, this is fucking trash. Like, nobody... It's like Brussels sprouts. Nobody feels like ambivalent about Brussels sprouts.
You're like,
they either love them or they fucking hate them.
I never saw elote before I came here. I was
Cincinnati chili's the same sort of thing. It's like people either love it or they fucking hate it. Like, this is disgusting.
The scene rules. The chili sucks. I never saw elote before I came here. I was at that swap meet on Rancho, and I'm like, why is this guy dipping corn in mayonnaise with Parmesan cheese? That's fucking disgusting. And people are lined up to eat that shit. And I was just like...
People do all kinds of weird shit with food.
Let me just take random condiments and throw them on an ear of corn. And let me take Italian fucking Parmesan cheese from Kirkland.
If you go in the Midwest, in the South, they'll fucking deep fry anything.
Yeah.
Right. You can buy, at a fair, you can buy deep fried sticks of butter.
I would eat it too.
Yeah, you can.
I would eat it. I would be like...
deep fried fucking Oreo cookies.
I've seen that.
Cheesecake.
Ice cream. They take the ice cream and deep freeze it.
Yeah, they fucking deep fry...
pecan pie. That was the best. I had that in Texas.
Anything.
And I said to Chick, oh, you've got deep fried pecan pie? And she goes... sir, what in the hell is a pecan? I ain't never heard of no pecan before. You trying to piss into a can? Is that what you're trying to ask me? I said, pecan? That's more fucking like it.
Right.
Would you like a hot slice of deep fried pecan pie?
When I was like 19, I went to New York City for the first time, and I asked somebody for a pop.
You fucking knocked you in the face.
They were like, what the fuck you talking about? You want to punch you in the mouth? It's like, no,
would you ask for next
like
fucking
something
Fago?
drink, like a soda, soda pop. Like, yeah.
What is diff?
What?
Diff. Billy wrote DIFF.
Diff.
Julie and Kitty, Bruce, I've never heard your voice before. This is great.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I used to be on.
No, Julie, Kitty.
I used to be on Hot Brown Boys all the time.
Hot Brown Boys?
Yeah, well, KYHBB they call it, but it's actually called.
It's
actually called the Kentucky Hot Brown Boys.
I just heard KY, and I used to be on Hot Brown Boys.
No, that's what we always said. It was Jerry. It's Jerry's podcast. Actually, the Hot Brown is a sandwich.
Okay.
It's a Kentucky thing.
I'm sure with a bunch of Hot Brown Boys,
It's
you
like
got a sandwich.
it's like an open face sandwich.
Okay.
They call it a Hot Brown.
Okay.
And then so
It sounds
he
good.
called his podcast the Kentucky Hot Brown Boys.
Okay.
Because they're from Kentucky and the sandwich and all.
All right.
But what they found out was, if you Googled that, that's not what came up.
Yeah, fucking foot-long cock came up.
Right,
You're
right,
like, oh shit, that's OG Mudbone. That's Lexington Steel.
Right,
I wanted to watch comedy.
It's Blind Melon Chitlin.
Yeah, fucking.
But I was on their podcast for like almost 2 years.
You know how you would have solved that problem?
Every Friday night.
You would have just had to put in the title, like, cock. And then when people search it, it redirects back to...
There's lots of ways to fool the Google algorithm if you want to take enough time to do it.
So what did you say? Between the four of us, we've got 12 inches.
I had myself... No, this is really true. when Trump first got elected, I started calling the Trump supporters Trumpelos.
Trumpelos.
I was one of the first people to use the word.
Right.
And so I started using it all the time. So I put, what did you just do?
Took out the headphones.
Oh, okay. I was like, did you just unplug the fucking microphone?
No, it's part of the...
Anyway, so what I did was I used the word so much that when you typed in Trumpelos in Google, I was in the top. I got all the way up to 4.
Nice. Nice.
The image search. If you type in Trumpelos and look image search, my picture was number 4 because I just used the word every day constantly, so many times.
Trumpelos.
Yeah, I stopped doing it.
Yeah, if you really...
It was funny for a minute.
If you really want to
how
be...
far can I raise myself up this algorithm?
You should be just watching his press conferences that he's been doing every day.
No.
Oh my God, it's a fucking train wreck.
Headache after that.
It's a fucking train wreck.
It really just makes me sad that you could be like, people think it's acceptable for someone this stupid to be in charge. I mean, the guy is a moron. On the highest order.
I know people who are
not just fucking stupid. A special kind of stupid.
Somebody said to me this. Somebody I know said to me, Trump is God. He was sent here by Christ to do the work of the Lord. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Have you read this book? Have you read your book?
Thou shalt not have...
No, not that. It's he's not that. He's the other guy.
Yeah, I know. His skin is the other...
I'm just saying. It's
And then on the fourth day,
insane.
God spoke, and I shall send a man to you, verily, of red skin.
Religion is insane, and you know that I think that. So there's no, you don't know insanity until you've been to the Creation Museum.
Kimberly, yes. Kimberly has seen him. Hey, this guy talking... Because they ask him simple questions. Now, when I say a simple question is... A difficult question is, okay, what current vaccines are being produced and what's the rollout time? That's a difficult question. A simple question is, Mr. Trump, people are dying in the United States. 210 people have died and 10,000 more have contracted it at the very least. What's your answer to the people to... Very rude question. Very, very... I should have known. NBC is going to ask us a question.
Because he doesn't have an answer. So
very, very rude question.
All he knows is to deflect.
Yeah. And it's like... You read a leadership...
It's not even that. It's just the lies that he tells. This ridiculous bullshit that...
He gave an intelligent answer about that, though.
That you would be you wouldn't accept that at your fucking family Thanksgiving.
But you know what?
People just keep accepting it.
You know why? He gave an intelligent answer. A reporter asked him, she goes, why do you keep lying about the media? And he goes, Because if I keep saying it over and over again, they'll believe it.
No, that's it.
And but he's,
of course,
he's right.
Well, that's not the Goebbels or somebody came
Yeah.
One of the Germans came up with that.
Well, all right, so Kimberly's talking about Fauci, and every time, if you watch Trump, so you got this little midget guy named Fauci in the background who's from the CDC, and he's trying to just explain how they're going to try to contain the disease. And every time he tries to give out information about, how far they are on a cure, on a vaccine, how they're going to roll it out, how they're implementing it, Trump drags him away. Like, sometimes he'll physically just, edge his way in there, and they won't let the guy speak. So,
but see, who does this?
If you
That's
told
what I'm
me,
saying.
if you told me this was National Lampoons, I'd believe it.
Everything about Trump is so unusual that
If you told me that
you're just like, this is something like I've never seen anything like it. It's insane.
You know what he also said? People have died like never before.
No, he said people who are dying who have never died
before. I was like, yeah.
It's like when you hear them commercials where they go, if you've taken this drug and you've experienced heart failure or even death, call such and such attorneys.
Call the Sokolov
I'm going to call your fucking attorney when I'm fucking dead.
Maybe you do it.
That's another. I hate the phrase "new or worsening heart failure." What the fuck is worse than heart failure? How can it be worse than that?
Your heart already failed.
It's crazy.
Well, you shit yourself when your heart failed. Maybe that was the worsening part. I don't know. I mean,
all right. We've been on for 51 minutes.
Yeah.
All right. So we're coming up an hour. So hour is the cutoff.
Yeah, and then I got video games to play and unemployment to apply for.
Masturbation will
occur. Oh no, man, that looks like a fucking Burt log right now. Like there's just no meat left on the bone. It's just
right. It's like who's that? Susan Dingman.
Susan.
Snopes, and that wasn't true. What wasn't true?
Yeah, what wasn't true? I don't know. Snopes is.
Wait, I want to know.
Yeah, right.
I hate when people talk and then you go, then you actually do respond and they don't fucking answer.
Snopes.
Snopes said what wasn't true?
That Trump wasn't president. All this time.
Anyway, everybody knows Snopes is just a bunch of liberal.
If it came from a news article,
even though all
fake.
Links are easily available, and you can look for yourself.
I was getting into arguments with people where I literally had to cite every single point I was making, and then I would have to pick it from a Fox News, and they would go, and then somebody finally said to me,
"No, what happens now?
Be safe." What they say to me? Somebody said to me, "We'll just wait out this Trump thing."
What happens now is, if you notice, people take things and they just make them mean what they want them to mean.
Yeah.
Whether or not. I looked it up. That Trump said people are dying more than before.
Oh. Well, you know what?
I just saw the meme thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, that sounds like something he would say.
But you can picture it too.
Wait, but here's the real question.
Yeah.
Does it sound unbelievable?
No! You can picture him and just going.
Then he would say something like that.
Believe me.
Because he did say the windmill cancer thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, but he does say dumb shit.
You can picture him going, believe me, more people have died than, more people are dying that have never died before.
Right, exactly.
You picture it.
And I said the windmill cancer and the guy's a fucking moron. That's what disappoints me more than anything. It's not that he's.
Well,
the fact that he's an asshole, I guess, bothers me, but not nearly as much as how fucking.
This is what I'm thinking. I think that people are just doing spite votes. So
you're like,
God damn it, we had a stupid motherfucking Texan in our country. Now we're gonna spite these fucking rednecks.
At least
like the black guy. Put the black guy in there.
At least Bush has smart people around him.
Right.
And Bush isn't
an imbecile.
As stupid as he appears to be.
He was more conniving. He was more conniving.
I think that he played up
manipulative.
That youngster thing.
To a degree.
He's smarter than
Trump, but it doesn't take much.
Right.
That's a low bar. But I think people were like, fuck Bush. We're gonna put the black guy in, and they'll stick it to the rednecks. Then the rednecks are like, oh yeah, well, we're gonna put a New York liberal in there who says he's a Republican.
Right.
And it's like, we got you.
Well, no, it's not that. But he had pivoted a long time ago. Once he started hanging out with Roger Stone.
Yeah.
Roger Stone basically made him into what?
I don't want to go super low. I mean, they knew
that they consolidated the fucking Christians and the fucking racist fucking.
Well, he lost some Christians along the way.
They would have enough.
He lost some evangelicals along the way.
In the states that they needed to fucking put him in office.
Huh. Well, the thing is,
people are assholes, but they're they're
the
not
problem is
stupid.
now is you had a choice came down to Bernie and Biden, and a lot of people here, I'm assuming would like Bernie, but then the middle America was like, nope, good old Joe. And now everyone's going, fuck the DNC. And I'm like, whoa, Trump.
Well, what they're doing is doing the same shit that they did before. They didn't learn no lesson. But, as I say all the time, like, the alternative is so much worse that there's nothing you can
That's my point.
You just got to ride along in the car. Like,
that's my point. It's like I'm watching
I would say that for a long time. Like, politics in this country is like one guy's driving the car. He crashes on the right-hand side of the road. And the other guy goes, I can drive this car better. Let me drive. And then he starts driving, and then he crashes on the left-hand side of the road. And the people are like in the back seat arguing over which guy can crash the car best.
Yeah. But you also get...
like, you might want to just stay on the fucking road.
Well, that's the thing now. That's the thing. But that's the thing now. Now people are like... You're like... Somebody said to me...
Back and forth.
Somebody said to me... You're a fucking centrist. And I'm like, excuse me? You're a fucking centrist. And I'm like, that's a bad thing? Yeah, you don't stand for anything. I'm like, no, I take elements of fucking either side. If there's something good to be had, I'm not just going to go, all right, we're going all the way left. We're going all the way right.
Well, that's how I am. Like, I don't have any blanket views on anything.
No.
I look at each issue individually, and I apply what I think is the best. Like you said, like, oh, do you need a gun? Like, I got fucking guns. I'm not nearly as liberal as people assume I am when by the stuff I say.
And this is the thing. This is the thing I always said about the guns. I don't give a shit if you want to buy guns. I don't care about that. When you get...
Thank you, Nick.
Yeah. When you get...
that's nice
thank you.
Say.
When you get like an AR-15, you're like, I'm defending my homestead. What the fuck are you talking about? You live in a fucking high-ranch house in West Texas. Like, get the fuck out of here.
No, there's people. You can find them. There's a company that helps set it up for people. All these people are moving to, like, Idaho. Or they're all, like, separatists. White separatist people.
Good.
They've always been there. Like, that's where Ruby Ridge happened. But I'm saying, like, they go there and they, like, they're talking about homestead, yeah. Then they buy a bunch of land and they're, get off, you stay off my land. This is, ultra-libertarian, people who are like...
This is what fucked my head up. I went to a wedding in Utah, Cedar City, which is like Mennonite, whatever the fuck.
Utah's Mormon.
Mormon. These are the dudes who are wearing...
Mennonite?
I don't know.
Mennonite is like Amish light.
I saw these dudes. The women were wearing like Little House on the Prairie dresses.
It's like, all right, we want to be... we want to wear the stupid uniform, but we want to drive a car.
Where is it where the women... There's a religious sect where the women dress in Little House on the Prairie dresses, and they're not allowed to cut their hair. They keep doing it in different arrangements, and the guys wearing overalls.
Yeah, it's Mennonites.
They have... you see some of that out there.
Like I said, but they use technology.
Yeah.
Where like the Amish, they're the same sort of thing, but they don't use technology.
Right.
They still use horse and buggy and fucking whale blubber.
I'm at this guy's. It was a destination wedding at El Capitan, and his family were all cowboys. They had the boots, the whole thing, and they're making hash. And I'm like, don't be a jerk. Just be cool. Shut your mouth. You were invited to a wedding.
Get some of that hash.
Right, so I'm eating right. So I'm eating this corned beef hash. I'm like, this is damn good food. So I go to this guy and said, hey, buddy.
I thought you meant...
No. Fucking... The last time I did do that, they dragged me out of fucking Noreen's. No.
Corned beef has good though.
Yeah. So these guys making good food, and I look at him.
That's some southern redneck shit.
I look at the guy and I said to him, "Hey man, I appreciate the food. It's really nice." He goes, "Take a look up there, son. You know what you see? That's El Capitan."
El Capitan. Oh, yeah, you were telling me this
And
story.
at the top of that, that's Old Glory flying faithful in the wind. That's American freedom. America. And the guy said America, and I went,
right. He is the stereotype.
But he was serious. And then I said to the guy, he goes,
no, they're deadly serious.
Serious. And the guy goes like this. He looks at me and goes, "My cousin Nick says you're a comedian." Yeah, I said, "Do you have any open mics out here?" And he goes, "Well, I guess Jeb's bar down the street has a microphone. Would that work?" And I went,
how does Jeb feel about it?
I was biting my knuckles. I was like, "Oh!"
Stand-up comedy. Yeah, but see, what's funny is I started comedy there, like Kentucky. I was doing comedy in Kentucky. I did a gig at this place. I swear to God, it was one of the first gigs that I did when I moved up to being a feature. Tom Sobel gave it to me. So I just had an address. So I just go. And dude, I'm driving through the woods like for hours. It felt like hours and hours and hours. Like into the hills, into the woods. And I'm like, what is this fucking place? Coming around this bend and there's like a little town. Mm-hmm. It has like a pop-up sheet metal building. It said City Hall on it. It had like one bar/restaurant on the corner. And then there's the place, the address. And it had gas pumps outside. So I go I park. There's gas pumps outside. Go inside. Dude, it was a gas station / general store / restaurant / bar / comedy club.
There was...
And like a box stage underneath like a deer head hanging on the wall. And you just stand up there and tell jokes.
Oh my God. Wait, there was a place like that.
So listen,
right.
I go... I don't know how these people are going to feel about me.
Oh, yeah.
So I go up there and I start doing my fucking shit. This guy just lights a joint in the audience.
Okay, so
And I'm like,
good.
I'm like, oh, it's like that, huh? And they go, oh, it's okay. He's the mayor.
What was he, Willie Nelson?
He's also chief of police.
Just it was.
I swear to God, dude, it was that bizarre.
Was he the priest
But
too?
there are still places. My point is, there are places in this world that are still like that.
Oh yeah.
You can turn off the highway in America very quick and be in delivery.
But that's every state.
Yeah,
that's every state.
No, that's
in the
what I'm saying.
country.
In every state in this country, including California.
Yeah, New York too.
You could drive out of Los Angeles, go down the wrong road, and be in like Deliverance. Or The Hills Have Eyes or something.
There's one road. It's past a road.
That, my friend, is America.
Yes.
And we got to get going.
Yeah, we got to get going.
Thank you, everyone, for watching.
Yeah, appreciate it.
On both pages. And we're going to make... this is going to be different. Well, we were just doing a test run to see...
how we
it
gonna...
works.
And I got all the equipment I just got.
If you found it entertaining or not, or we have a future to do this show or not.
Yes.
Do me and Rob have chemistry on the air, et cetera, et cetera.
Chemistry. They always has like a sexual connotation to it. Yeah, it's just like, did the two men have chemistry?
Right. They had great on-screen
chemistry. I'm not kissing you, bro.
Right, exactly.
You got that Corona beard.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Good night.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, guys. Good night.